Dear students, today we are going to learn the lesson The Alchemy of Nature by Raksha Bharadia. So, open page number 119 and read it. Okay. You will see in the very beginning of the lesson, the writer gives the 4 poetic lines by the great poet William Blake. Let's read those lines and try to understand them. Okay. To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. So these are the lines by the famous poet, famous nature poet. Okay, now let's see the meaning of these lines. Now you know the world is very big and a grain of sand is tiny, that is very small. In the same way, a heaven is huge, it is divine, and the wild flower is so small. Infinity has no limit, it is limitless, and the palm of our hand has a limited size. Similarly, eternity is never-ending time, and an hour ends in 60 minutes. Okay. Still, the poet says that it's possible to experience the whole world in a grain of sand. It's possible to experience the heaven in a wild flower. Okay. It's possible to hold infinity in the palm of our hand. And it's possible to hold eternity in an hour. So how is it possible? And when is it possible? The poet says, when we become one with the nature, when we immerse ourselves in nature, when our soul and nature becomes one, it's possible. It means nature is divine. It gives us new perspective to look at the things. Okay. So is it clear now? So now we have seen the meaning of the 4 lines by William Blake. Now, let's look into the first paragraph given here. Pay attention to it. We instinctively turn to outdoor activities and nature as a way of relaxing and enhancing our well-being. Nature soothes and nurtures. Nature fulfills and motivates. Nature whispers and commands. Now let's see the meaning of this paragraph. Okay. So, here the writer tells us the importance of nature in our life. When we are tired, we turn to nature and relax ourselves in the company of nature. We become happy, we become healthy in the company of nature. We become happy and healthy when we are with nature because it gives us joy. It gives joy to our mind and nourishment to our body and soul. Okay. So that's why nature is very important in our life. Nature whispers and commands means nature whispers and commands means nature is a combination of gentleness and strength. Okay. Next two lines are so important. Are you listening? When I do, it leaves me in complete awe. That means when I listen to the nature, I feel a great respect and wonder towards nature. Here the word awe means a feeling of respect with wonder. So when do the writer feel respect and wonder towards the nature? When he listens to the nature, when he listens to the music, when he listens to the different voices and sounds in the nature, he is filled with respect and wonder towards the nature. Okay, let's read the next paragraph. Pay attention to this next paragraph. We have a hibiscus plant in our garden. Every fortnight, a flower blooms on it, big, bright, and tender. Through the day, it smiles with the sun and dances with the wind. But as evening approaches, it starts wilting. The morning after, it withers completely, and by evening it falls and becomes one with the earth again. The flower comes to life only for a day, yet it does so in full splendor. What if we too lived our life, however short, to its fullest? So, this was the first paragraph. Now, what's the meaning of this paragraph? What does this paragraph mean? Here, by giving an example of a hibiscus plant and flower, the writer shows how short the life of a flower is. But it lives its life brightly and joyously, without any sorrow. Why shouldn't we, as the human beings, do like that? Okay. Now let's read the next paragraph from the same lesson on the same page. We went to a rocky beach and saw the spread of the majestic ocean and the rocks alongside carved, sculpted, and shaped by the water. Water is so gentle, rock so hard, yet as the water flows over it, every day for years the rock gives in. It takes the shape that the water commands. Our problems are so colossal and we are so small, yet if we persist. So, this was the second paragraph that we have read now. Now, what does this paragraph mean? So, this paragraph means water and the rock. These two are the opposite things in nature. But they also live together. They also cooperate with each other and they change themselves, adapt themselves according to each other. So why shouldn't we do like that? We should learn to do things like that from water and rock. Isn't it? Okay. Now the next paragraph. Pay attention to the next paragraph. We saw small bits of grass peeping through the small cracks in a concrete pavement. It left us thinking. However impossible things may look, there is always an opening. We saw a tree bare of all leaves in the cold winter months. We thought its chapter was over, but 3 months passed, spring set in, and the tree was back to its green majesty once again, full of leaves, flowers, birds, and life. What if we too had the conviction that however difficult things are right now, it will not remain so forever. Remember, remember, this too shall pass. Okay. Did you listen to the paragraph? Now let's try to understand this paragraph. Let's try to summarize these paragraphs. So, according to the general belief, grass can't grow on the concrete pavement. When we see grass growing on the concrete pavement, it seems possible. That means nothing is impossible in nature. Nature teaches us optimism. Nothing is permanent in nature. Everything changes with time. So, let us be optimistic. Let us be patient and let us be courageous. Okay. So, this was the meaning of the last paragraph. Now, let's read the next and last paragraph. Pay attention to that. We saw an army of ants lugging a fly which was at least 10 times the ant's size. The ants organized themselves around the fly, lifted it on frail feelers, and carried it to quite a distance. Their teamwork and perseverance were impressive. What if we too are consistent, organized, focused? Spiderwebs are delicate, yet very strong. A rainbow colors the entire sky. Oysters take in a grain of sand. They open up with a pearl. Innumerable stars shine across the infinite sky. Clouds take new shapes with every passing moment. The wind makes trees dance with unhindered passion. Water, without hint of ego, changes its form according to the dictates of the sun and the wind. When we see a caterpillar turn into a butterfly, a flower turn into a fruit, we experience the alchemy of nature. We touch it and become gold ourselves. So tell me, what does this paragraph mean? Do you understand this paragraph? Okay, let's try to understand it. Let's try to get the meaning from this paragraph. Okay. So according to the writer, any difficult task becomes easy with teamwork and perseverance. So we should learn teamwork and perseverance from ants. Okay. Similarly, a rainbow, oyster, star, cloud, water, wind, caterpillar, etc., etc. All these are very, very small things in nature. Still, they can work magic. Still, they can do great things. They can work wonders. So, we should keep ourselves away from ego. We must change ourselves according to the time and nature, because nature is a great magician. Nature can create wonders. So let's be humble and bow to the nature God. Okay. So here we have completed this lesson, and now as usual you have the homework, and the homework for you is nothing but the English workshop activities on page number 120, 121 and 122 and 123. So complete these activities with the help of this lesson. Okay. Thank you and bye.